Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we're talking Meghan Markle and her etiquette teacher. You heard that right. I'm guessing that teacher probably doesn't want to admit that they were her teacher after seeing photos like this. But yes, this man right here, Edmund Fry, has come forward, and there's an interesting article in The Sun about it, so I thought we could read it together and discuss. Now, just a reminder, Meghan told us that when she was part of the royal family, she didn't have any help. Were that BS? She wasn't told anything or taught anything, and she had to Google things, and she didn't know how to curtsy, all that crap. We know. Just more of the lies. Tom Bower had already, disputed this and talked about the whole team she had around her, so why wouldn't she lie about this as well? So The Sun says, mega snub. I was Meghan Markle's etiquette teacher and taught her how to take tea with the Queen. Here's what I think of her now. Ooh, I like the title of that very much. Let's see. The man who taught Meghan Markle British etiquette rules at his world-famous Los Angeles tea room says his customers are now appalled with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So this is Edmund Fry, the etiquette teacher that we're discussing here. And before we go into this, I have so many thoughts. Again, I'm stuck on, it's just another lie. She had said, I wasn't taught anything. Well, clearly you were. But also, it doesn't fit her narrative. She thinks she's in the rom-com, right? So it's more fun for her to pretend to not know these things and to be like, oh, look at me, I'm just carefree, happy-go-lucky, all the BS. Whereas the stuffy British family, I'm here to change all that. So it wouldn't fit in her narrative to have nice etiquette, right? Or to fit in, because I think she wanted to play the Diana angle from the beginning. And I'm not saying Diana couldn't fit in. I'm just saying she wanted to get the press attention any way she could, and she thought one of those was to not fit into the royal family. Proprietor and royal supporter Edmund Fry told The Sun that the couple have, quote, tainted their royal links, and that the majority of people were appalled by how they attacked the royal family in the media, earning them millions of dollars. Doesn't take an etiquette coach to know that. Also, nice bra and tongue out at a wedding. Yep, she's at a wedding here. I mean, I'm no etiquette coach, but I would think, none of this looks right. Does anybody ever watch Always Sunny? Do you remember when Frank was teaching Dee how to work out, and he said she needed to, snap her back and just do all these terrible things, and she said, none of that sounds right to me. Well, I'm saying none of this etiquette is right to me. Customers at the Rose Tea Cottage in Pasadena, California, do not discuss Markle and Prince Harry because they're such huge supporters of King Charles, Fry says. American and expat clients feel let down in how the Duke and Duchess attack the British royal family on Oprah Winfrey's TV special, their Netflix series, and in Harry's memoir Spare. What about her dumbass podcast as well? Even Fry says he's disappointed with Markle, who he says he supported for several years after meeting her to show her how to take tea with the Queen and teach her royal protocols in 2017. Oh my God, you guys, I didn't even think about taking tea with the Queen. Can you imagine? Oh, look, I found a picture of her taking tea with the Queen. She's got her tongue out. She's got whatever square thing is happening here. She's got her hand reaching for the sugar cube. So, yay, etiquette. In an exclusive with The Sun, he said, the majority of people were appalled. They were appalled with the business of what was said and of talking about his family. Ordinary and poor people wouldn't talk about their next door neighbor like that, as Harry spoke about his family. Oh, but don't you worry, they don't just do it to his family, they do it to her family too. Fry too says he's disappointed, claiming the Sussexes have upset the firm, earned a fortune from media deals, and not fulfilled their early desires to serve Harry's homeland. That was never their desires. They may have said that, but I don't believe it was ever their desires. When they were first talking about Megxit, they were talking about being ambassadors to the world, you guys. I'm sure they did say that. Helping out the Commonwealth. How are they going to help the Commonwealth? Being involved with disabled people. They had a great opportunity, he said. There's not really been much heard from them on anything like that. Hey, imagine that. It's almost like they lied about something else. Oh, wait, it's their favorite thing to do. The article goes on to say, ever since the Netflix thing came up and the Oprah interview and things were being mentioned about racism in the royal family and so on, it tainted it. He added how heartbroken he was that the royal family was fractured at the coronation as Harry made a flying visit, I like flying visit, to the ceremony before jetting home to Meghan, who skipped the event and stayed in Montecito to celebrate Archie's 4th birthday. Don't believe it? Fry said, every single one of us, royal or not, has a choice. And if you look at the choices that Charles has made, he's done a tremendous amount of things with the British youth. And he's very much of an environmentalist. How simple is it? It's like people can smile at you and can get a smile and they say something friendly, or they can growl at you and break all the rules in the book. Rose Tree's customers have made it clear to Fry and his wife Mary that they support King Charles. He said most customers do not even mention Meghan or Harry. Ooh, that's the best. I would imagine that's like the put down or whatever that would cut the deepest to those two. Just the idea of not even being mentioned. Like, I think they like good press or bad press, but not being mentioned would hurt the worst. They don't even want to talk about it. And you couldn't give a book away on Meghan anymore. Not here. I have a completely hypothetical question for the etiquette teacher. Just pulling this, out of nowhere, out of the blue. How would you handle somebody yelling very loudly at a garden party that they're very bored and that they didn't want to be there? Oh, and then they, hypothetically started taking gifts that were meant for the king. I mean, somebody else at the party. What would you do? What's the etiquette on that? Any guesses? He goes on to say, yeah, it's a totally different story now to how things were. Totally. Did I add 2 totallys? You got what I'm saying. It's a done deal. Positive comments on Harry and Meghan are out of the window now. Gone completely. It's all about Charles. Customers want to know what's Camilla going to do now and how she's going to be as queen consort. They're all talking about the king. This guy really has a hard on for the king. I'm not mocking Charles. I'm just saying it is funny. He's like, I hate Meghan Markle. Let's talk about the king. Fry made headlines around the world when LA-based actress Markle, who then was secretly dating Harry, popped into his venue for afternoon tea in the summer of 2017. Markle tucked into a traditional afternoon tea of cucumber and roast beef and finger sandwiches and scones, jam and... Oh, this makes me want afternoon tea. That was like my favorite thing in England. I love the tea time. Okay. My mouth is actually watering reading this. Anyway, she asked about royal protocol ahead of her first meeting with the Queen. Oh, wait a second. So then it wasn't a surprise meeting? Oh, something else she lied about. Come on. Okay. It comes after reports that Meghan is leaving Prince Harry at home as she parties in LA and has sent desperate texts asking pals to hang out. Okay, what pals are we talking about? And why do tea lessons translate into partying in LA? I don't quite follow. But the Duchess of Sussex, why not use her stupid title some more, has been regularly seen out and about without her husband in the City of Angels. According to society journalists, I can't even say that name, Petronella, I think, Wyatt, okay. And look, here she is again practicing her etiquette. So graceful, so much etiquette. What's the etiquette about, being horrible to people around you? Throwing tea on people? What's the etiquette there? Again, hypothetical, asking for a friend. So I'm going to wrap up this article, but this is Fry and his wife and their tea room, and I want to go have tea there because it looks really fun. I'll talk to him about Charles. That's cool. Anyway, it is funny to see, again, more lies being exposed. That's always funny, but also, has she ever come in contact with or worked with anybody who didn't have horrible things to say about her? Again, just asking for a friend because it seems to be a trend there, right? Anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I'm thinking about all the etiquette mistakes that I make, but I'll go see that guy. He'll get me straightened out. So that way, when I have tea with Catherine, I'll be good to go. Guys, thank you so much for everything. I hope you have the best day, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.